Guys, this is Srinivas, the developer from the developer channel. Today we are going to solve the Greeks for Greeks problem of the day for 20 September 2021. Here, this is the problem they have given: factorials of large numbers. So we just need to find the factorial of the given number, which includes larger inputs like this. We usually do the factorial is nothing but a product of given n numbers, like till the range from 1 to n. So let's solve this in a programmatical way. Here, this is the predefined code which they have already created. We usually do something like this, right? For I in range of 1 to n, we create a variable called fact usually, and this is initialized as 1, and will return like if n smaller than 1, return 1. Otherwise we do something like this: fact equal to fact star I, or else we will go for recursion, like if factorial of self comma n is smaller than 0 or smaller than 1, return 1, else return factorial of self comma n into factorial of self comma n minus 1, like that. But now we are not going to use the traditional things because it's already exists, right? So we'll solve this in a creative way. The best condition is if the value is smaller than 1, we just need to return 1 because the factorial of 0 minus 1 things are just 1. So if n is smaller than 1, return 1. Actually smaller than 2. Otherwise we can do something like for return. Okay, the logic I'm going to use is we can join toString with a given character or custom characters. Like I'm going to join all the values like this: 1 into 2 into 3, like that. And with the help of eval, we can evaluate this whole string as a value like 1 into 2 into 3, which will give you 6. So we are going to use the string operation for this factorial. So let me do that. Fact equal to a list of map. In this we are just going to typecast the integer into string because we can concatenate string but not integer. So I'm typecasting the value into string, and this is my input: list of range of 2 comma n plus 1. So this range operator will give me the list of values from 2 to, for this case if the n value is 5, it will give me a list like this, and I'm going to typecast all those values as a string. So I will get something like this with the help of map function, and I'm storing all those values as a list itself. So after this I just need to join fact equal to, I'm just going to insert asterisk sign in between them, dot join of fact. So this will give me the values like this: 2 into 3 into 4, 4 into 5. And with the help of eval, as I have already said, we can get the multiplies. This will evaluate the given what was that operation or something. It will execute the formula and it will return the value as integer, but here they have used the iterator for the answer. Here they have created a object for this solution class and they have called the factorial. We just need to return the value, but instead of directly printing the value, what they have did is they are iterating the values and print each character one by one. So for that we can't able to iterate the integer value, right? I'm going to typecast the integer as string so we can easily iterate. So once we have done all this, we just need to return fact. So if I save and run this, I'm just entering the number of test case. For the sake of simplicity, I'm going to use 1 and my value is 5. So now we got 120. The reason why we are going for this method is just to simplify the solution, simplify the number of lines we are using it. Why we just need to create bunch of lines when we can go for a one-liner? So instead of fact, I'm just going to return this, and we don't need this fact anymore, right? And in the place of fact, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put values which are assigned for the fact. So we just simply made a one-liner, right? And instead of these values, we can simply say something like max of 1 comma okay str. Yeah, we all set. So if I run this, I don't know, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, and we are getting 1 2 3 4 5
A few moments later.
6. Yeah, we just missed one parenthesis. That's the issue. So if I pass the value 1 and 5, we are still getting 120. I'm not sure is this working for negative index or 0. So let me check that. We are getting EOF error. This is because 0 is not in the range, right? We just start from 2, and the 2 is obviously greater than 0. So it won't work. What we can do instead of this, yeah, this is fine. We can make the if condition here. Return 1, actually string 1, if n is smaller than 1, else return this. So if we have done that, we are getting proper output for positive values. Okay, y is 0, negative 2, we are getting 1. It's working fine actually. 1 0, yeah. So it's time to say that's it, guys. That's it for today's video. Hope you really understand what we are doing here, and hope this is new for you, like this one liner. You may seen this, so if you want something more than this, please let me through the comments. So see you guys, see you soon with something else tomorrow. Bye.